see there is an LED and a couple of components on this circuit. If I turn on the power supply, it starts blinking. There is a capacitor on this circuit that's responsible for the timing.
Dima here. Mario not improving. Need more medical supplies. Come to Cove at earliest convenience.
Connected to ground or negative.
Looks like they don't want me here.
Ground forces to your location immediately. Be advised that chopper support is approaching your location.
Over here!
Day 500. Armed with General DeLuca's authority, I decree that all forces in the Southern Islands must pay back the support of the local people by participating in infrastructure building during the extended peacetime. I ensure locals know my name at every opportunity as we pave their roads and build their bridges.
Help me out! Rico, I may have borrowed this from my body without actually asking. It'll go over way better if you mind helping me out.
It is my extreme pleasure to announce that Rico and members of the rebellion have liberated the town of Soliana. The rebellion marches on, friends.
reinforcements to your location. Forces en route to your position. Eliminate that target now. We've lost visual contact. All units, fan out and search.
That all you got?
Kiksa más, Rico.
Someone report. What's the situation? Have we lost him? Report. Engaging the target. All units converge on the following coordinates. Additional support has been approved. It should reach your location shortly. This is dispatch. Come in. Why is no one responding?
Our armies across these blue Mediterranean waters, an unyielding masterpiece, only surpassed by the people controlling.
Requesting additional support.
Hostile contact. All units converge on these coordinates. ASAP. This is HQ. We have additional forces converging on your position. Find the rebel. Pursue aggressively. All units on alert. Re-establish visual contact. Inbound. I get their ground team.
Coming.
They're sending naval support to your location. Naval forces are inbound to provide additional support.
Strong.
The DRM presence in the town of Chinta is no more. Out with the red and in with the blue. Let's all keep fighting, my friend.
Day 750. A picture of General DeLuca's car after his unfortunate hit and run received front-page headlines today. Such a shame that this embarrassment happened on the exact same day as the ribbon-cutting ceremony at Laguna del Sol. I humbly accepted the honor and give the speech in his absence.
Looks like it could be valuable.
Alexa, give me my flash briefing.
Here's Christopher's flash briefing. In BBC News from TuneIn.
BBC News with Cathy Clugston. The incoming leader of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, has told the BBC she cannot guarantee that freedom of speech will protect those who call for independence. 3 years ago, massive democracy protests paralysed the city, and some activists have begun to call for independence. In other parts of China, such calls are treated as a crime. The UN says at least 2,000 people have been killed in ethnic violence in the Democratic Republic of Congo in the past 3 months. Investigators in the central Kasai province have identified 42 mass graves, and there was harrowing evidence of people being shot, burned or hacked to death. The UN blamed the atrocities on pro- and anti-government militias. The World Health Organization says another 15 cases of polio have been confirmed in Syria in areas under the full or partial control of the Islamic State group. 2 polio cases were reported earlier this month. The Pentagon says it has shot down a drone over southern Syria, close to where American and US-backed forces are operating. On Sunday, a government warplane was downed, causing Russia to warn it would treat coalition planes flying west of the river Euphrates as potential targets. The US-led coalition in Syria has confirmed that it killed one of the leaders of the Islamic State group in an airstrike last month. A statement from the Pentagon said that Turki al-Bidali died in an airstrike on May the 31st in the town of Mayadeen. Jihadist sources had already reported his death. The aid agency Médecins Sans Frontières says at least 35 people have been wounded in fighting in the Central African Republic a day after a ceasefire agreement. The truce was intended to bring an end to several years of sectarian violence. A spokesman for the Portuguese Civil Protection Authority has contradicted earlier media reports that a water-bombing plane crashed while tackling wildfires. Local media had said an aircraft had crashed near Pedrógão. BBC News.
In NPR News from TuneIn.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh. The Senate is racing toward a major party-line vote on overhauling the nation's healthcare system. They're expected to vote on the Republican health care bill as early as next week, ahead of the July 4th recess. NPR's Jeff Bennett reports the push to move forward on the legislation comes as Democrats protest the secretive process Republicans have used to draft it.
Democrats held the Senate floor into early Tuesday morning, demanding Republicans go public with their plans for repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare. A small group of Senate Republicans has been working on the legislation in private, without any committee hearings or public input. It's not just Democrats who've been left out of the deliberations. Even some rank-and-file Republicans have yet to see the legislation. That could soon change, as Republicans finalize their negotiations this week, release their proposal, and submit their plan to the Congressional Budget Office to get an estimate of its cost and overall impact. Senate Republicans say they fully expect to vote on the health care legislation next week, before Congress takes its July 4th recess. Jeff Bennett, NPR News, Washington.
Voters in Georgia's 6th congressional district are going to the polls today. Democrat John Ossoff and Republican Karen Handel are running to fill the seat vacated by Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price. The Georgia Public Broadcasting said
it's been almost 40 years since the Democrat has represented the district, which stretches across Atlanta's suburbs. Former political aide John Ossoff hopes to change that. His campaign has drawn support from Democrats all over the country to see the race as a referendum on Donald Trump's presidency. But former Georgia Secretary of State Karen Handel has held her ground. She's been neck and neck with Ossoff in the polls lately. Turnout's expected to be strong. One local election official calls early voting numbers unprecedented. The contest has become the most expensive House race in history. Republican and Democratic groups have poured more than $50 million into the campaign. For NPR News, I'm Sam Whitehead in Atlanta.
A new study by an executive search firm shows fewer women were appointed to corporate boards of directors last year, ending a 7-year upward trend. NPR's Eugenia Gucci reports this comes amid controversy about gender parity in governance.
The annual study by Heidrick & Struggle showed women accounting for just under 28% of new director appointments in 2016. That's 2 percentage points lower than the previous year and breaks a 7-year streak of increases. The study's authors say companies need to offer women and other underrepresented groups more opportunities to serve on boards in order to move up the corporate ladder. This comes a week after Uber board member David Bonderman resigned and apologized for making a sexist joke at a meeting where Uber leaders were trying to fix a culture hostile to women. Oil traders are bracing for a possible tropical storm that could disrupt operations along the Gulf Coast. The Louisiana offshore oil port, the largest privately owned storage terminal in the U.S., has suspended vessel offloading operations. Meteorologist Dennis Felkin with the National Hurricane Center in Miami has an update on the system.
Potential Tropical Cyclone 3 is getting better organized this morning. It's centered about 300 miles south of Morgan City, Louisiana. In fact, the satellite imagery shows the center is becoming better defined, and as that trend continues, it's likely that the system will become a tropical or subtropical cyclone later today.
In the western U.S., the culprit is fires. Firefighters battling 2 blazes in Southern California, one near Big Bear, the other at Lake Castaic in the Angeles National Forest. Daniel Carson reports CAL FIRE officials say the risk of wildfires surged this summer because of the rainy winter.
Both wildfires scorched hundreds of acres in a matter of hours. Firefighters are making headway containing them, but the 100-plus degree heat has made it slow going. Another challenge, California's wet winter turned brown hillsides green, tall grass, but it's drying out. CAL FIRE spokesman Daniel Carson says that means there's more fuel to burn.
We are seeing incredible growth of grass, the brush. When they ignite on fire, they are burning at an explosive rate.
Plumes of smoke can be seen for miles at both wildfire sites, so smoke advisories have been issued. And that's on top of the already unhealthy levels of smog across Southern California. For NPR News, I'm Danielle Carson in Pasadena, California. And this is NPR.
Good weather. Right now in Colorado Springs, it's 88 degrees with partly sunny skies. Throughout the day, we can expect more of the same, with a high of 92 degrees and a low of 64 degrees. That's all from your flash briefing.